Hello, all. Welcome to Niger Newsmonger, a channel dedicated to bringing you news and tidbits from around the world. It's time for our 10-minute update, and please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Our first update today is from South Africa, where the Home Office says it will criminally prosecute Chidinma Adetshina, current Miss Universe Nigeria, and her mother for identity fraud. You might recall that questions arose about Chidinma's heritage and nationality after she became a finalist in the Miss South Africa pageant. The fallout of that led to her sojourn to Nigeria, where she contested and won the Miss Universe Nigeria crown. Well, yesterday, the South Africa Home Affairs Department appears to have completed an investigation into the matter and says it will cancel her identity and travel documents as well as those of her Mozambican-born mother. They're both also facing probable fraud charges. Wahala. My take on this from day one is I don't understand how a child can be liable for an offense committed by a parent, even if the child benefits from it. Or am I missing something? Lawyers in the house, please post your comments below. I recognize that South African laws may be different, so who knows? Our next update is coming out of Ogun State, where the government has shut down Obada Grammar School over the pie of an SS2 student of the school, Master Monday Ario. You might recall Niger Newsmonger shared the story of late Ario's pie following his alleged FLOGGING over a comment considered rude by his teacher. That teacher has also been arrested and suspended for Ario's pie. Even so, the principal of the school, Tamrat Onolapo, who was earlier issued a query for allowing the use of corporal punishment against the established rules and regulations in the state, has also been suspended. So we're watching to see how justice will be served in this case. Moving on, I guess we have all heard about our one and only Niger mascot, the power-drunk House of Reps member, Alex Ikwechegh, who slapped a Bolt driver twice for what he considered his temerity for not stepping out of his car to deliver his order. Oga Mascot delivered an apology during a plenary session at the House of Reps yesterday, saying he has realized that it was a mistake to have assaulted the driver. Story. Reports reaching Niger Newsmonger today say his apology was AI generated. Imagine, was the slap AI generated, my people? So why should the apology be AI generated? Now, wow. Ikwechegh, who represents Aba North and South Federal Constituency of Abia State, repeatedly slapped the driver and hurled insults at him for asking him to come to his car to collect what the driver was there to deliver. The lawmaker also refused to pay the driver and boasted that he's a member of the House of Reps. He broke the driver's phone and tore his clothes for, in quote, disrespecting him. He threatened to beat the driver and lock him in his generator house to make him suffer. Ikwechegh also threatened to make the driver disappear from Nigeria. As Nigeria big rich, saying nothing will happen to him if he did, even if the driver called on the IG of police. Kia. That's how the Nigeria police force wasted no time in responding, saying they have commenced an impartial investigation into the matter. In a statement issued today by the first PRO, ACP Olumuyiwa Adejobi, the force reaffirmed its commitment and readiness to ensure justice is served accordingly. Nigerian Newsmonger is also watching this one because if VDM had not stepped in, the matter may have been swept under the carpet. In the meantime, I must commend that Bolt driver for his calmness and level-headedness during the assault or ordeal. 3 gosa for Manjare and applause. So in the last few days, we also saw a video of a man assaulting his wife, and reports say he's a staff of Price Waterhouse in Lagos. This is totally unacceptable, and we're happy to hear the Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency is taking it up. Imagine, the kids were even present. I think some men need anger management therapy, honestly. Nigeria Newsmonger self can organize better koboko for him, as he no try. Rara, oya chop your koboko. Chop am. Now part 1 be that too. Yeah, man. Oya chop your koboko, Joe. That's part 1 for you, yeah, man. Speaking of the police force and anger management, our last story is from the UK, where the Metropolitan Police Service of the United Kingdom has dismissed a Nigerian British officer, Shola Balogun of Bromley Police Station, for biting a colleague named Withheld at a birthday party in Bexley Heath in Kent. This was disclosed in a hearing that was held from October 21st to 23rd this year. Niger Newsmonger gathered that on April 22nd of 2022, Balogun, a police constable, had attended a 40th birthday party of another police officer with about 70 other persons in attendance at a sports bar. Reports say he and the officer, i.e. the victim, were the two police officers present at the event apart from the celebrant, and that the incident happened as a result of a light-hearted horseplay between them in the past, but with no significant falling out, i.e. they had been, joking with each other prior to now. So in addition, both describe having a good friendly working relationship. The victim on his part said he arrived at the party at about 9 p.m. after meeting other officers in a nearby pub. PC Balogun arrived after the victim and admitted that he had been drinking alcohol before his arrival. The victim says around 11:30 p.m. he walked up a flight of stairs from the dance floor and found PC Balogun in front of him. PC Balogun was about an arm's length away when he reached out and grabbed the victim's glasses, off his face and dropped them on the floor. This surprised the victim, and he claimed to have then approached PC Balogun in a friendly manner, whereupon PC Balogun responded by pushing him with his right hand to the victim's throat area. And at that point they were only a foot apart because the music was so loud, and the victim complained about PC Balogun's actions, and then PC Balogun is alleged to have leaned forward and given the victim a bite on the right side of his face. So the investigation findings read in quote, the Regulation 30 notice alleges that by acting in the way described, PC Balogun brought discredit to the police service and undermined public trust in the Metropolitan Police Service. This is alleged to have been a breach of the standard of discreditable conduct. Discreditable conduct is explained in the College of Policing Code of Ethics as not behaving in a manner, whether on or off duty, which brings discredit to the police service or undermines public confidence in policing. This is further explained as being a requirement that police officers must keep in mind at all times, that the public expects police officers to maintain the highest standards of behavior. Police officers are instructed to always think about how a member of the public may regard that behavior, whether on or off duty. The panel is satisfied that PC Balogun breached this standard by biting the victim. Assaulting a fellow officer is clearly unacceptable and discreditable behavior. Meanwhile, the panel claimed to have spoken to people, including an inspector who had been his line manager for close to 5 years, about Balogun's behavioral history, and they all spoke highly of him and his qualities as a police officer, adding, to counterbalance the evidence of his good character, the panel has received evidence of his previous disciplinary history. Unfortunately, the panel still agreed on dismissal without notice as the outcome of Balogun's action. In quote, in the present case, PC Balogun does not have an unblemished past, and the previous misconduct proved against him is serious. In the present case, he committed a deliberate assault on a colleague without any explanation or justification. He humiliated the victim, and final written warning is not appropriate in this case. The only appropriate and proportionate outcome in this case is dismissal without notice. End of quote. Now, wow, my take on this matter is that it has the hands of village people in it, honestly. PC Balogun needs serious deliverance and intercession because it appears the assault was not merited or even premeditated. It just happened. These village people must be related to the ones chasing Bobrisky too during his attempted escape from Nigeria. Anyway, we've come to the end of today's update, and see you on the next one. From me, it's Say Anjima, Aigafu, O Dabo.